These guys are the greenkeepers looking pretty keen on it.
How are you?
Hey, cheers.
We're on. Welcome everybody. Mr. Thrasha here. We're just out here taking a look at this gigantic giraffe. Gemma is gonna stretch her legs. I guess we're just gonna look at a few heritage sites today out in Carleton Place. Nice day, first film-worthy Saturday we've had since the beginning of winter. So this is a lifelike sized giraffe. Look at the size of it over here. Come on over here. Take a look at the giraffe. Gemma's gonna take a look at the giraffe. We're gonna take a look at the giraffe. Look at the giraffe. He's looking at us. He's looking at us. Yeah, the giraffe watches the traffic. He's patrolling. Chuck's got the dog. Take him over to visit the giraffe. It's almost lifelike size giraffe, huh?
For sure. I've never seen one.
This is a golf range.
I imagine it would be as big as that.
It's a golf range. It's not open. The giraffe's letting everybody know. Over here, look, Jem. There's another dog over here looking at us. Look this right at us. All the grass is still swamped from the winter. But we got a giant lawn chair. Picked by the dog who's sitting beside the fire hydrant. It's where dogs like to be. And some rhinos. Look at the size of the horn on this. It says, please do not climb on the animals. Don't climb on the rhino. I know you've always wanted to ride a rhino, Chuck. Or an elephant.
One of these days, yeah.
This isn't a full-size elephant. This is just a baby elephant.
Indeed, Dumbo, in effect.
That's right. Operation Dumbo Drop. Right into his yapper. Look at the tusks on him. Those are not made of ivory. So they have a really cool golf course and driving range that is open here when it's in season. Just taking you over for a second, show a couple of the holes for no reason at all, except that there's a giant clown. Hit the ball through there. Where's the hole?
That's a tough shot.
Yeah, all the paths are completely muddied off here. What can we do? That's where they store stuff. There is a cool alligator just over here. Looks like he's eating. This alligator's eating part of the course. Obviously you putt from over here through his mouth, through the gator, attempt to get it into the hole. But the path's way too muddy to really get down there, so perhaps we'll have to come back, play a little round of mini putt here. What do you think, Chuck? Come back, drive some balls, play a little mini putt?
Yeah.
We're gonna go check out a couple heritage sites over in the township of Carleton Place. Maybe grab a hot, caffeinated beverage. Here's your friend, Gemma, by the gigantic chair. The gigantic red chair. And over here, he's missing his tail, but say goodbye to Giraffe. Goodbye to his bum. Really just stopped to take a look at this gigantic rhino. The gigantic rhino and the elephant, which is not that gigantic, but neighbors the rhino. All right, moving on. In Almonte now. I think we're still heading over to Carleton Place. We're gonna grab some hot caffeination, keep us awake. Just decided to tell you where we are. Behind those trees, in the distance, would be the Almonte water tower, but you can't see it because it's behind trees. Just grabbing a little Timmy hose, caffeination. There's the water tower, straight down there. Okay, still making it over to Carleton Place. Just on the side of the Almonte veterinarian, you'll see a cool cutout of a dog. Makes sense. But also, these cutouts, that's art. They're just having a rest, kicking back, enjoying some peace. This one here has one eye on you, sleeping with one eye open. Let's have a tick-tock. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Ooh, don't want those. These damn ticks. Those dang ticks biting the crap out of this poor animal. And look at this. They'll get the cows too. This giant cow. Look at that. Size of those udders. What's up, cow? He's a good cow. They have a little well here, except it's not used for water. It in fact has a garbage can. It's used for dog poo. Look, this thing here is for dog droppings. You take the bag out of there, which they're nearly out, and then you discard of the fecal into the well. Very good. Of the older architecture in Almonte. That's right, Gemma. That architecture's been there since the late 1800s at least. Just approaching now, this old abandoned mill. Not exactly sure what this was. Not supposed to be over here, but figured I would show you anyways. As I'm out here in the elements, the rain's coming down. There's lots of shattered windows up here. Going to take you with me around the place. I think the camera can handle a little bit of water. Broken windows up there. Old mill. An old building next to it. Some broken windows there as well. Just gonna head down next to this old abandoned building. Really rough terrain down here. Look at this. Does say no trespassing. I'm gonna be quite careful and quick. Look at all these shattered windows. I don't know if someone's residing in here. Just take you back to the river. Check it out. Oh, look at this interesting oval window up here. There was Canadian leaf on the door. Very interesting. Take you back by the river, show you back of the building here. Gotta hope the rain tapers off a bit here. Look at that. Imagine if we can get in here, it's all boarded up. Old abandoned factory. Which may be haunted. Don't want to pop down for a swim in there. Get that. I take you right up. This is just behind the old abandoned factory. Love flowing water. To cover up the camera from the elements, show the wild bridge. With those tides, oh, those look deadly. Wow. Take it to the other side. Yeah. Holding the camera over these currents. Very dangerous. Deadly. taking you to the other side of this abandoned factory now. Huh. Pretty cool. Wondering what once went. Look at these nice little murals. There's a vine going all the way up. Little doggy. Dog's name is Henry. That's Henry. And we're looking through a window, but we're not. This is a brick wall. Hey, Shaggy. There's someone looking at us from within. And a lady walking her pooch. Just walking her pooch. These are really trippy. This one's got a waterer in there. Look at that. There's a garden. Very cool how the vines go up here. This is all on the outside of an old apartment building. Really cool. You can see it much better through the camera. Like looking through those windows. But you're really not. It's a good book. Good book. And here's another one. It's like the curtain is blowing out of the open window, which is not really there. It's an illusion. Kitty. And as it does often in Canada, it's begun to hail. Still far off from the end of winter here in the Great White North. Very interesting architecture on this church though. Figured I'd get that. Since 1891, this old building up here, the clock tower, from another angle. I'd like to get the back of it though. The bell at the back, you know, I like the bell, but this is actually the old post office.
Is it?
Yeah, old post office, been there since 1891. Okay, so from this shot you can see that bell enclosed right there of a really old piece of wood in front of it, just beneath that bell clock tower. Look at that. It's a bell and clock tower. You can make it out. Just passing down the side of the building, we're close to the old Moore house. There's some good old car relics back here. It's a Stingray. Not much of a relic. Look at this classic Stingray. Classic car alert. Right there. She's a beaut. Clock, she's a beaut. Just back here, look at this old vehicle. Club 4x4. Look at that. This old Jeep. Probably inoperable now. Who knows where this thing was once treading. Cool. Okay, so got the old mills here. Lots to see down here. Look at this old architecture. This has all been here since the 1800s. Why am I so fascinated? Because it's been here since the 1800s. And what was it used for? I don't know. I think some people actually live in these now. They still have the watch for falling ice and snow signs up. Because that stuff will kill you. That stuff will kill you. This would have been the old Town Hall Square here on Mill Street. Men's War Canoe Team of 1905. Here in Carleton Place. Their canoe club. Big church over there. Got Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu over there now. Knows what it used to be. But there's some wicked murals and stuff over here. This is the town square. I'm going to show you the town hall as well. Cool mural there. Which depicts people watching the fireworks probably on Canada Day and or New Year's right by this gate over here. There you go. It's a nice view of the falls over there with the church in the background. Some cool shots of this church here. Clock tower there. Very old church. Finally, the clouds are breaking away, and the sun will come out to illuminate the lands. Beside this church, it's a massive rock here. Whoa, look at this. People have left shoes, hidden Mickey shoes, a bear. Why were these shoes left here? Why were these shoes left here? This giant rock. Ever higher in memory of Jean Love Galloway, wife of Colonel Sarum Galloway. It's faded, so it's hard to read that. Very cool rock monument here. Get to know Carleton Place history. The facades of Bridge Street. That's what we're looking at now. Downtown Carleton Place consists of a relatively uniform collection of Italianate commercial buildings, 2- and 3-story stone buildings built in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Made of local Beckwith limestone. Little rainy. It's been raining, so not about to play some checkers here on the ground. Size of this is a massive church. I love the limestone, as it says over there. That's staring right up the tower. Staring right up the tower. Look at these old lights. There's no bulb in it, but it's probably been there since late 1800s. Wow. Pretty cool. Let me know if you love this stuff. Do you like looking at cool old churches? One of those windows to the left at the top, boarded up. Steamy. Steamy. Someone broke the smoke valve. The smoke valve. Can we still make bagels? Sure. Just a little steamy. All right. There you go. Most historic churches around. Heritage property designated under the Ontario Heritage Act here on Mill Street. Just off of Main over here, you see the Blossom Shop, established in 1980. See me in there, gentleman walking behind me. There's a fireplace in there. The Blossom Shop. They got some really cool stuff on the wall just around the corner. Why put up a giant sign when you could just paint it on the wall? Check it out. Taylor's Hardware, tinsmithing, plumbing. Oh yeah, everything right on the wall. That is cool. Garage is that way. I'll take you along this wall here. Let's follow the arrows. Because they're painted. Anything wall, mural associated, I gotta get it. These old windows have been filled in with concrete. Someone looked out of it once upon a time. Gasoline, oils and grease, this way, this way. Look at that, there's one. Almost looks like a giant rock sponge. Inside of that. Leading to over here to the garage. Look at this giant mural. The Mississippi Muds of Carleton Place. That's a very nice mural. Established in 1973. Not sure if that's when this was. Oh, I think the artist is over here. Oh, cool. You see the piano. Wow, that looks very 3D. It's on the side of where we showed that men's war canoe team. You can see the Ripple 1885. It's a boat that obviously would have went right down this way. Steamer Mississippi. Good to return from Lake Park. Round trip. First Nations Harvesting of wild rice. That's pretty cool. I like this one over here too. I love the old stone. That's something in itself. But logging on with Mississippi. Logging on. It's the Canadian way. Over here you see the Roy Brown exhibit. Roy Brown, obviously a famous native of this area. I love the look of these old school cabin-esque buildings. Very cool. Now it's the Moore House. Told you we were in proximity to the Moore House. Old Roy Brown. Someone left a flower over by the garbage. Looking out on the river again. I want to thank you all for coming along today, looking at some heritage sites. Please like, please subscribe. We're not done yet, don't worry. Still got quite a few cool things to show. Oh, I thought that was a giant fish, but it almost looks like a tarp or something in the water. No, we're not quite done yet. Please like and subscribe. Please let you know when a new episode goes up. We're always doing something different here on the Mr. Thrasha Show. You never know what you may be missing because you don't know what we're going to be doing or where we're going to be. I love these saloon-esque poles they put up here. It's just very pleasing to my eye. Here's the back of the Moore House. I would love to live in a cabin-type structure just like that. Hear the tolling of the bell. I just heard a bell toll. Yeah, this was a legendary home from the 1800s, now being lived in by someone else. Not going to film too much of it, but it was. Very old, historic part of town. Look at this old box over here. It's this old post box. Stick my mail in my post box. Wow. Look at that stone. Staring up that stone. You can't even make out what it said as the rain begins to trickle down on me again. Maybe you guys can read it through the camera. There's a ladder going all the way up the side, straight to the left. Dang. I want to show you some of the falls over here. I'll bring you right back here. Show you this cool old architecture in the entranceway. Wow, look at that. Look at that window down there. That window interesting? I don't know if people live in this now. I highly doubt it. I think it's an old factory. Old mill of some sort. Look at this. Table here. Alright, let's look at the water. Stepping right up to the stone. The currents are spitting at me. That big piece of metal. Just taking the currents for a bit here. A way better shot of that church right there. Oh my Lord. I'm getting closer. Oh. I don't want to fall in there. Heck no. Look at that. That is deadly. Waters are raging. The waters are raging. Beautiful. back here, beyond the river here, you see this old little relic. Look at this giant stone mushroom. Giant stone mushroom. This here says, this guy's got his bird, holding on to his bird. Don't eat that mushroom, sir. Who knows what'll happen. Now we are as close to the raging falls as we can get. You can see as they careen down. See them careening down that hump before they go into the falls. Oh, that's awesome. Water. Very slippery terrain. Slip, go down into the water. I'd be swept away to my death. And you'd never know because this wouldn't get uploaded. Very cool place to come. Enjoy the raging waters. Appreciate you all being with me as always. You guys rule. So, just approaching the Memorial Park of Carleton Place. Beautiful war memorial. Flower beds. We will remember them. So we're going to take a look at these cannons. They gave their today for our tomorrow. 1914 and 1918, and the crows know something. Shot of this stuff. Let's take a look at these. People have left poppy painted rocks in the garden. Look at this piece of war machinery. Get that. They shall not avow old, age shall not worry them, nor the tears condemning them. It's hard to read that, but we will remember them. This thing. Wow. That is a piece of war. It's coming from the back of these gigantic cannons. The backside of the monument, listing the names of the honored dead. Rightly remembered. We're fighting for our future. One of the names on that list used one of these. Got it all ready. Fire! It's closed. I was expecting a big hole. Great memorial though. Some rocks placed in there too. Oh, someone actually forgot a hat here. I guess I'm just gonna leave this up here. Directly across from that memorial is this beautiful church. As we traverse across the street very carefully, in historic Carleton Place, nearing the end of our journey here, historic Carleton Place. We're not here for worship, just to take a look at this church. Zion Memorial. A hearty welcome to all. Look at the size of that light. Look at this. The size of the light in front. Okay, that is massive. The sheer immensity of that light. At least we did get a bit of a sunburst today. Just admiring the architecture on this. Can't get an exact year from the outside of this church, but I like the stained glass, circular window at the top. These ones have that odd plastic stuff in front of the stained glass, perhaps preventing break-ins and another monstrous. Okay, here we go. So this one erected in 1868. Oh, this cornerstone is from 1868. Maybe the church has only been there since 1966. The cornerstone from 1868, but the church in 1966? Maybe that doesn't make sense. But a cool church nonetheless. And take one more look. Get all the bug matter, the dead bugs in the bottom of that light. Is it massive? Massive. All right, so taking our leave now. Great finalizing shot of the church. Better look from the front. The bell's in the back of this old post office. Very cool clock tower up there. Look at the architecture in that. Don't see many post offices that look like this anymore. Look at that. Give you a good look at that architecture now that the rain is tapered off for the time being. Look at that old Canadian Tire mural. Associate CTC store. An old car under it. Old frame shop. Look how old this stairwell is. Old bulk food store, been here since 1978. A cool old-timey town here. Main Street. Looking now at the Bolton House, and this Bolton House, they say is haunted now, but you can actually go in. There's a store in there now, artifact store. Looking down this way, the old part of town, the old-timey town. Gemma out here on the corner of town, under this killer train mural. And this is where we're gonna end the venture today, beneath the old J.H. Edwards grocer of 1984. 1984, no, you can't run out to the street. Here on the corner of town. So one more look at this mural. Right from the road. Look at that. Pretty cool. The last train to Carleton Place. Thanks again, everybody, for joining in. Please join in next time. You never know what we're going to be doing. I hope you enjoyed these murals and heritage sites today. Look at that. It's like the train's coming right for us. Say bye, Gemma. It's coming right for us. It's coming right for us. Last train to Carleton.